2, I'm gonna put is J. Cole. So Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are up here against each other.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people put J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Some people throw Drake. I'm gonna have to say J. Cole. He had this one song about abortion that was amazing to me. I don't know if you've ever heard it.
I've heard all of J. Cole's albums. Oh yeah, I know which song you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called, but
Lost Ones.
Lost
Ones by J. Cole is my favorite. That might be one of my favorite. I would say that's probably my 1 or 2 or 3rd favorite hip hop song of all time. I love that song. I've loved every single J. Cole song that I've ever listened to. Even the ones that suck, I'll still listen to them. And I only own one of his albums, and I would put him at number 2. Like, I don't own all of his albums like other people would say, oh, this is my favorite guy. He's up there. And he actually, I think, a lot of people didn't like All Eyes on Me. And I think the reason why that is because that was him deep diving into conscious rap. And conscious rap is always going to be a hard thing for a lot of hip hop heads to swallow. Honestly, it is. But even All Eyes on Me was good. But yeah, J. Cole is my number 2.
Okay. So when you said J. Cole, the reason why I laughed and smiled uncontrollably is because J. Cole is my number 2 as well. And
so, we really didn't share this with each other.
Yeah,
guys.
we did not.
We didn't at all.
J. Cole, a couple of things about J. Cole. You're talking about, him deep diving into conscious rap, and that's not, the bag for a lot of hip hop heads. The reason why I put J. Cole above Kendrick Lamar is because J. Cole does the conscious rap thing in a way that I still want to listen to it. I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar isn't talking about some real stuff, because he always is. J. Cole talks about real stuff.
Wasn't the butterfly?
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, that one won a Pulitzer.
Yeah, exactly. No. It wasn't. It was Damn. Damn won a Pulitzer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, Kendrick talks about real stuff. J. Cole talks about real stuff, but makes you listen. I went to, I think 2018 was the year where I went to probably the most concerts that I've ever gone to in a single calendar year. J. Cole, by far, had the best concert I've ever been to. Not just that year, ever. It was the For Your Eyes Only tour. And my brother, he's always oh, why is everyone talking about J. Cole? J. Cole isn't that great, blah, blah, blah. I got him a ticket to this concert. It was me.
So he can shut the fuck up.
Me, him, and 6 other people. And after that, he was like, this is the best concert I've ever been to. He started listening to J. Cole music. He is such a good storyteller, but he also understands that people need to be able to bump to it. People need to be able to vibe to it.
That's the one thing I always tell people about up north rap, right? Because so I hung out with a few guys who used to be huge into I like real hip hop, and it was always up north guys, or it was guys who were just under the radar, I guess. C. Razy Walls, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Hieroglyphics, people like that. Actually, there's a guy who was from Hieroglyphics. There's a song called by Tammy called Pep Love. That's actually one of my favorite songs too. Which is actually funny enough. It's about Black women, but I still loved it. Right? So, hip hop can transcend just race, guys. But they listen to that. And the thing I told them with up north hip hop, the problem is, you got to understand, people listen to the beats first. They really do.
Yes, that's what pulls you in.
And J. Cole got that.
Mm-hmm.
He understood that people listen to the beats, and then that's what ends up getting you in first. Then you destroy them with the lyrics, because the lyrics are just what engulfs you in that song.
2 perfect examples of that. GOMD, which stands for, and I'm trying to clamp down on the curse words, because my niece and my nephew both subscribe to the channel. So hi, comment to me. Thanks for subscribing. But GOMD stands for get off my dick. Sorry, guys. and the other one was ATM, right? Both of those songs have they have catchy hooks, catchy beats. But when you actually listen to what he's saying, it's almost subversive in a way. Like he's like, so it goes, I say to the window, to the wall, this bitch is all about that. Like he's doing that, but he's saying that that's the kind of stuff she wants to listen to. Whereas I'm trying to like tell her some real stuff about how to be like being being responsible and all that stuff, and then all she wants is that out there to the window, to the wall.
He has another one like that, doesn't he? Lights Out, I think. When he's trying to talk to a woman.
Lights, please. It's
yes.
called Lights.
He's trying to talk to a girl, but all the girl wants to do is have sex. But he's trying to like spit real stuff to her. So you're right. But a lot of people listen to the song because they think it's funny.
Yeah, or ATM where
they think it's funny that this girl wants to have sex and he's talking about this other stuff.
Yeah, and ATM is the repetitive hook. He's a count it up, count it up, count up, count it. But then when you listen to the actual verse, like he's like breaking it down, and because he understands it's the hook, it's the beats. That's what pulls you in, and then you listen to what he has to tell you. And he's great. Anyway, sorry, we can go on forever about J. Cole, but that's our number 2.
Hey man, we're in sync on this one.
We're gonna be different on number 1. I have a feeling.
All right, because my number 1 is going to be the greatest Atlanta hip hop artists. Yeah. I'll say artists because they complement each other. First of all, even though I didn't include him in my list, Eminem is also one of the greatest lyricists of all time, and he included him in his list, which is Andre 3000. So Outkast is my number 1. They're the only ones that I could actually say, aside from maybe one, which I think at the time that I heard it, AT-Alien, I really didn't like. I wasn't a complete, I didn't listen to that album like more than the other ones. Their first album, Southern Playlisted Cadillac Music, I listened to that one on repeat. So one of my friends, he actually got me like the whole discography for me, and he just gave it to me. And so I listened to that one, and then Stankonia I listened to a lot, and then I kept listening. Obviously, Speakerbox and The Love Below became the first real hip hop album to win Album of the Year, because Lauryn Hill's album wasn't really a hip hop album; it was more of a soul album, right? But Outkast, they won it from that one, and because you can credit, even though Andre 3000 was singing through the whole album, he still had Big Boy. And a lot of people try to credit that it was Andre 3000 that really got all this stuff, but I was like, no, you got to understand, those were complementary. You could see this flip side of like why this group was amazing the way it was. When they released their album, Big Boy had a legit hip hop album, but that legit hip hop album was deep. The same thing with J. Cole. Hot lyrics, but he still spit real shit, right? Sorry, Auntie. I know I'm cussing a lot too. What's it called? So he spit a lot of real stuff. But then you had Andre 3000, who just basically, like, a lot of people credit him for changing the game. Even though, let's go ahead, I will admit, CeeLo Green, his albums had a lot of the same stuff that Andre 3000's Love Below had, which is a lot of singing mixed in with hip hop. So I honestly give CeeLo Green as, for me, the first real hip hop artist to listen to who like really delved deep into soul music simultaneously. But that was one of the real reasons why Andre 3000's album was amazing, because he was singing and, doing all this. He changed the genre. He really did help change the genre of hip hop music, that, hey, people can go on there and sing about this, sing about love songs, don't just have to talk about the normal shit that you talk. Sorry, Auntie, the normal stuff, cursing and all that, shooting people up or whatever. And then Big Boy's album was hot too on that thing. So that's why they won Album of the Year, and that's one of the reasons why Outkast is my number 1.
Yeah, so Outkast, Andre 3000 specifically, and the rest of the Dungeon family, I think they did a really good job of like bringing funk, the concept of funk music back into hip hop. Making it, it made Southern rap have that distinct, influence in it. That.
And Outkast, come on, remember Outkast? They were the only. They won the Source Award. the year that everybody was booing anybody who wasn't from the East Coast, or was it the West Coast or something
So,
like that?
yeah, okay, yeah.
And then
East
Andre
West thing.
3000 said, he was like, South's got something to say. That's all I'm gonna say. And then after that, the South took over, because the South really still runs it. Let's just admit it. Southern hip hop still
Southern
kind of
hip hop, I think, runs the airwaves.
Yeah.
But as far as like getting the recognition for being, like if people do end of year lists and say top 10 albums, I think Southern hip hop albums still get overlooked largely.
Yeah.
But as far as like what people are listening to in the club, in their car, working out, is probably 7 out of 10 of those hip hop songs are going to be from the South. It's going to be your Migos. It's going to be technically J. Cole is a Southern rapper, even though he has a lot of New York influences. He has mostly New York influences, but he's technically, he's from North Carolina. So, but yeah.
And in politics, that's very Southern.
yeah, right. So, that's a worthy number one pick.
Thank you, sir.
Mine, there are a lot of like old heads that would really disagree with this one, but at a certain point, you just can't deny someone's body of work, someone's influence. Drake.
Lil Bow Wow?
Lil Bow Wow. No, Drake. Drake is number one on the list.
Hey, man, I can't blame him.
This man, I'll just throw this one stat out. This man had a streak of, was it 500, something like 520 plus weeks in the Billboard Top 100 consecutively. Like that had never been done before. It's a streak. It was a record that he has now set, right? That's his. He also broke the record for most number one hip hop songs in the Billboards, which was previously held by Jay-Z, I believe. He's long since exceeded that record. Surpassed that, yeah. Drake's second album, Take Care, is one of my favorite of all time.
I could go into Take Care, though.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah. It's so good.
From Shot
for me
to Marvin's Room. I would the string of those songs, I wouldn't even really get past those songs, the other songs, because I'd have to go back to Shot and listen through that strings of songs, because all those songs are freaking amazing. I'm not gonna hate on you for Drake. A lot of people, I think the problem with Drake is a lot of people hate him because they think he's soft or whatever, right?
Yeah, because
he's hardcore, and I'm just like, yo, he doesn't have to be. He was born in Toronto.
That, yes, but also, first and foremost, Drake is a businessman. Drake understands the business of music, and he understands that in order to have longevity, the kind of longevity that we've now seen that he has, you have to have crossover appeal. You can't and Drake is another person that has a lot to say. Like, there's in every album he has these songs that he just goes on for like 5 minutes, just pretty much in his own therapy session where he's just talking about stuff, right? But it's like deep. There's Western Road Flows on Views is one of my favorite songs. There's another one, I'm blanking on their names, but these are songs that he's not gonna play on the radio. He makes those radio songs, the ones where he's singing, the one where he's being soft and talking to the ladies, so that you're like, okay, I want to hear his album. And then in his album, he spits what he wants to spit. And he more so than any other rapper that came before him understood the importance of crossover appeal. And that's why he's still here 11 years later, still making songs that hit the top of the charts. So that's why he's my number one. He understands the game.
I am not going to hate on Drake being your number one. I'm really not. Like you said, Thank Me Later. Thank Me Later was the first one, right? Or the second one?
Yeah, Thank Me Later was the first one. I just said it earlier now.
Yeah.
Take Care was the second one.
Take Care.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for Take Care. I think that was what, 2000.
It was 2011.
That was all I listened to, 2011. Not gonna hate on it. Badass song. Introduced us to The Weeknd on that album. Kendrick Lamar had his own little interlude at the end of Marvin's Room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that album was honestly that album was damn near perfect. And then he included one of the best. He included my number one on there too. Remember, he included Andre 3000 had a line on there. And Andre 3000 doesn't rap that much, and I think it takes a lot to get Andre 3000 to go back into the booth.
Yeah.
So
and
I ain't going
to touch on Take Care being a near perfect album. One of my favorite Drake songs is called Free Spirit, featuring Rick Ross, and that song couldn't make the album. It didn't make the cut. So Drake ended up releasing a mixtape of sorts. It was either earlier this year or late last year, called Care Package. And basically, he put in all these other songs
that didn't make it
into other albums throughout the years, and he put it in there. And finally, Free Spirit got onto an album called Care Package.
You were happy about it?
Yeah, I remember when I heard Free Spirit in 2011, because Drake was another person who understood, going viral early on. And it's like, if I put a snippet here, snippet there, people will pick it up and say, oh, you got to listen to this, send it to your friend, download it on LimeWire. So he put out Free Spirit, and there was another one he put out that same year. Something, Club Paradise, I think it was. But I heard Free Spirit, and I was like, this song is fire. I'm going to buy this album. Take Care. It wasn't on the album. I was like, damn.
And I also want to point somebody else to inspire some people. Hold on. What is it?
Just hold on, we're going on.
I got my eyes on you.
Yeah.
That song is a perfect wedding song.
Oh.
You could throw that song in a wedding. I actually am disappointed that wasn't in my wedding video that my friend made for us. Like he put Controller, so Drake was still in there.
Oh, Controller. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but that song is actually like awesome, and like you said, he knows about the difference. He knows about cross appeal. He knows that song is not going to be bumping in the clubs.
Yeah.
Next to Back That Ass Up, but it's still going to be a great song to throw out for the ladies or whatever. So
yeah,
no hating on your list, my friend. No hating on your list.
Thank you. All right, guys, that was our top 5. And the reason we did rap is because our first topic is, of course, Ice Cube and cancel culture.